New South Wales Police have launched a high-visibility compliance operation to enforce stay-at-home orders across southwestern Sydney today. Residents are on alert with at least 100 extra officers deployed to crackdown, on those breaking restrictions and clamping down on unnecessary movement and visits to extended family. Joining me now live from the New South Wales Police Force is the Deputy Commissioner Mal Lanyon. Mal Lanyon, thanks so much for your time. Now, Deputy Commissioner, who and what are you targeting today?
Yes, good morning, Laura. We're absolutely targeting compliance across the southwestern metropolitan area. We're actually targeting compliance right across the whole Sydney metropolitan area. At the moment, you're well aware that health have significant concerns about areas of contact and points of concern in the southwest metropolitan area, and that's the reason that we've deployed further police into that area. It's not about changing our police operation, but simply it's a very large geographic area, so we have deployed more police to achieve compliance in the area.
So what are your main concerns? Because when you look at the cases and when you hear the Premier speak every day, she's really concerned about this infection, this disease transmitting through households. So if that's the biggest problem, is that what you're targeting?
Absolutely, that's certainly one of it, but we're also seeing significant movement of people not wearing masks. We're seeing people still move around the community, and we're seeing people interact still in numbers that don't allow us to control the spread of the virus. So we're very much looking for people to heed the messages that have come out, comply with the health orders, and that's what we're looking to do, work with the community to make sure they understand and comply. So we understand that there is some short-term... Sorry
to interrupt you there, my mistake. Deputy Commissioner, so does that mean that you'll be talking to people not only in the streets in residential areas but going into people's home? Can you understand people might feel a little bit anxious about that?
No, that's certainly not what we'll be doing. We won't be going into people's homes unless we have significant information that people are breaching the COVID health orders. This is not about intrusion, this is about working with the community. As I said, we'll be using exactly the same police operational methods that we normally do, and it's just about having more numbers there to make sure we can interact and get compliance.
Okay, and you did point out that this is not particularly targeting Western Sydney. The police operation is still operating right across Sydney. You would have noticed this morning that there's some local community leaders, local MPs, that see this as just specifically targeting some of these community groups, and they didn't see the same police presence in the eastern suburbs, for example.
I can certainly understand those concerns, but can I say, over various times we've had significant policing presence in a range of areas around Sydney to ensure compliance and stop the spread. You may remember at Christmas time the northern beaches were locked down. That's a very tight geographical area, and we still had significant police premises. Over in the eastern suburbs and the eastern beaches in recent times, we've had a significant police presence. But again, they are smaller areas and can be tamed easier. We're out in the southwest metropolitan area is a large geographical area, and that's the reason we've deployed so many police there. This is not about targeting, this is not about discrimination. This is about working with the community.
And how long do you expect this large police presence to remain?
That will largely depend on the level of compliance we're able to get, and obviously we will follow health's advice. So we're responding so heavily because of the concerns that health have in that area at the moment. The local health order actually lasts until next Friday, so at this stage I can foresee it going to then, but obviously we'll be judging by the level of compliance and the way that the infection rates continue. We want to stop the spread of coronavirus so we can get everyone back out about and resuming their normal lives.
Have some police been a little too heavy-handed? We see the founder of Rashay's, Rami, yesterday. He was arrested, we saw on the nightly news bulletins last night because someone dobbed in his staff for not wearing masks inside. He says they were eating their lunch. Was that necessary?
So this is not a time for the police and the community to be in conflict. This is a time for the police and community to work very closely together. That particular incident will obviously be reviewed as every other infringement notice that we issue under the health orders are. So it will be, but what I can guarantee you is the police will be very balanced and they'll be very fair, and we are seeking compliance. We want to work with the community. We want the community to do the right thing.
Deputy Commissioner Lanyon, I can't imagine that you went into the police force to stop people from sitting in parks and stop people from visiting each other in their homes. How difficult has this period been for police to impose these orders?
I think it's just different policing, Laura. Our job primarily is community safety, so whether that's preventing crime, whether that's complying with the public health orders, that's what we do. It's certainly a different form of operation, but again, our main focus is community safety. That's why we're here and that's why we'll always be here.
Are you concerned about a fracture in society? You're on the front line, your officers are on the front line. We see every day that thousands of people are calling Crime Stoppers. You're encouraged to dob in your fellow citizens. What is that doing to community?
I think we're at unparalleled times where you can see the level of concern across the community. There's been plenty of messages about this, we're all in this together, and really that's the message that I'd like to get across. What we need to do is beat this virus. The only way we do it is together. And it's really about the whole of community staying together and working together. And that's really the police message. We want to work with the community.
And finally, this morning, before I let you go, some have described this police operation as racist. Is it?
It's absolutely not racist, Laura. The southwestern suburbs have a significant and diverse cultural range there. It goes right across the board. This is about policing a geographic area where there are specific health concerns at present. As I said previously, we have been in the northern beaches, we've been in the eastern suburbs when health have dictated so. This is really just about working with a different community. It certainly is not targeted against any cultural group or any race or minority.
Well, Deputy Commissioner Mal Lanyon, thanks so much for your time.
Thanks for your time, Laura. I appreciate it.